Professor Wild here. I'm going to talk about Thomas Aquinas. Now, for the last 7 years, from when I was age 33 to age 40, I read nothing but the saints and sages of the world. I've always been a reader. I recently, some time ago, I took the SMC entrance exam. And unlike in high school, I basically failed math and science. And my reading comprehension was basically at a master's level. I have lost that ability of hard science, and I do acknowledge that with AI and the gifts and education of people younger than I can give you a more intellectually astute commentary. I fully grant that. I just wanted to share with you my experience of Thomas Aquinas. I had the collected works of Thomas Aquinas, which was a quite thick book, hardcover of his collected works. I found him a man of incredible intellect. He was very mind-based, and it was very interesting because at the end of my journey, I read this book, and it was one of the last books that I read, and I can't say that I read the whole thing, unlike many other books on saints and sages, but I did get the gist, flavor of what this man was conveying. And, excuse me, we all have our own ways of looking at the universe. Some are emotionally based, some are intellectually based, some are embodied based, which is to say at the gut level, as opposed to the heart or the mind. And it's very interesting because I realized this man's take on the world was very pure, wanting to combine intellect with reason, faith. And he made a great many intellectual, verbose statements about the world in the context of Christianity, which was lovely at that time. And it struck me that this man was definitely, as most people are, and especially as only AI is, and that is intellectually head-based. And I went to the end of the book and I read, and I was I read that he had written for so many years and had so many people helping him write that when he actually had full realization, he simply stopped writing. And because he realized the pointlessness of it all, and so he just was. And this was like I said, one of the last books that I read as well. And unlike Sir Thomas Aquinas and many others, my head did not open up first. My heart did, and that caused me a great deal of confusion. And it is primarily been responsible for the very chaotic journey of my own life. The turmoil and chaos that emanated from those processes was turbulent, to say the least. Continues to be extremely active. The sense of having died is both symbolically and literally represented in myself, and the sensation of every day being your last day is not only a divine but a human experience, which is difficult to convey and impossible to intellectualize properly in words. Blessings to the sacred envelope of Christianity that gave us Thomas Aquinas. The Christian church of his time and of our time are very different. The ideas embodied by the Pope in his actions, Pope Leo, praying with other saints of religions, is a profound and beautiful one. I will get into specifically why my journey has been so difficult in this day and age at a later date. I did want to say that St. Thomas Aquinas is definitely a jewel, not for the weak of mind to dive into. And the heart is the primary engine of spirituality. When that opens, a lot of other aspects of a person can just disappear and cease to function in the way that they used to function in the individual, and can cause many a strife within their spiritual community. I did not have a spiritual community specifically around me. I was connected to various gurus and saints all over the world. But the fundamental aspect of realizing one's being is inherently unavailable to machines. Professor Wild, bidding adieu.